Hello hobbyists, this is Mark and you're watching Happy TV. So today we'll discuss about how to develop your Guppy Fish Cuadal Fins. Why did I even do that? But before anything else, if you're new here, please consider subscribing so you won't miss out any more videos. Can you just get off your face from me? Yeah, that's so much better. When you improve caudal fins, you need to be more specific. What are the traits that you want to produce when it comes to caudal fins? In this hobby, we already know that there are several types of caudal fins like fantail, delta or triangle tail, veal tail, flag tail, double sword tail, tap sword tail, bottom sword tail, lyre tail, needle or pintail, spade or coffer tail, spear tail, round tail, and half moon tail. And all of them are beautiful and have their own uniqueness. Actually, in all the hobbyists in the whole world, it is always depend with the traits that you like. Some hobbyists like to develop their guppy fish delta tail or half moon tails, even indoor guppies. So when we talk about developing your guppy fish caudal fins, and if you still remember from our previous video, to beginners, I always want you guys to memorize this. When we talk about guppy fish gene development, we need to consider the three major breeding methods like inbreeding, line breeding, and outcrossing method. But when we say inbreeding, it reduces the duration of your offspring. And when employing this method, usually breeds brother to sister, or we call it sibling to sibling breeding, or son or daughter, or to mother or father, or should I say backcrossing. The best method will depend upon your strain characteristics, and you have to be extremely careful that your strain possess mostly wanted characteristics, and of course it will not end up with unwanted characteristics. While line breeding helps keep your gene pool intact and strong. And outcrossing, you have to understand that this refers to the mating of two unrelated guppies. And outcrossing corrects or add a gene to your strain. For example, you may want to get a bigger caudal fins when it comes to size, or turning your delta guppy fish into half moon tail, or to improve the color or rectify the defect in the caudal fin. Or you may even want to create a totally new strain, so you need to use this method. Having said that, outcrossing is best not attempted by a novice or a beginner if you will not follow our guide on outcrossing method. Because for if you get it wrong, you could lose the strains altogether. With outcrossing, it is critical to ensure strains are compatible because some color strains mix, others don't. Outcrossing demands plenty of tank space. As what we talked from our past videos, like for example, outcross breeding for one strain, it will hold 8 to 10 tanks or more than that. And also you need patience to carry out the required backcrosses to end up with the results that you want. You will need to use established strains whose genetics are stable, meaning that all of spring look identical just like what we do on our crossing videos. It takes 1 year for close pattern and color and more than 2 years for distant pattern, like for example you want to produce a metal half-moon mosaic using metal bluegrass. This crossing will take longer than usual because you need to leap from different strain pattern, or to make it more closer you need to use the inbreed of bluegrass which is the cherry pink grass. Finally, try the cross both ways, female to outcross strain and male to outcross strain. You may not know whether the trait you want is X or Y chromosome link. Do the record keeping. Just like what we do in our past videos, record keeping is essential when doing the strain development because this will help you track your guppy fish progress in terms of fineage, color developments, and pattern, which varies according to preferred traits. Like for example, your breeding log should have the following information like their identity. For example, give each breeding pair or trio an identity number, so your first pair is number 1 or your second is number 2 and so on. This allows you to trace the lineage and any crosses that have been made. And sex, M or F for male or female. Color and strain, for example, Dumbo Air or Yellow Snakeskin. And generation, you need to start with a P for parentage, followed by F1 and F2 and etc. Or cross, are the fish being bred brother to sister, siblings, just like that, parents to daughter or son or backcross, or to a genetically related strain or outcross? Parents, what was the identity number of the parent fish? And also you need to put DOB or date litter was dropped. And notes, always allow plenty of room for observations about when the fish started to sex out, ratio of males to females, growth rates, and etc. And always mark the tank with ID number and the dates of the litter was born. And for marking, you can also use masking tape because you can easily remove it and attach it to your new fish tank, just like what we do in our last videos. And lastly, when do the selective breeding, please remember you are not only basing the caudal size, but you have also to give attention to your fish caudal patterns. Because it is very important to know your fish pattern before doing the outcross, for this will be the basis of judging. For example, you are attending guppy shows. The guppy fish caudal pattern should match on its dorsal fins, so you need to take consideration on this matter. And obviously, you need to cross the potential male and female from other generation to produce the traits that you want. When I say potential male and female, you need to consider other aspects also, not only for their caudal size, but also to their pattern. the body shape, the size, their color, their pectoral and dorsal fins, and many more. Or in other words, aside from their caudal fins, you need to balance everything to come up with a good result you would proud of. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully this guide will help you to improve or develop your Guppy Fish Cuadal Fins by using outcross method. And by the way, I just want to shout out our fellow hobbyist here, Neil John Bautista and his wife. Shout out to you, brother. And Elmer Regula, Prince Guppy, Aqua House, Nuts Boy, Weng 23 TV, and Tim Lumut ng Davao, Prasad Shetche, Kyler Okaba, Aldrin Osorio, and to all our certified hobbyists in the whole world who supported our channel. Thank you guys so much. And if you have any comments, suggestions, and clarifications, or for more video updates, you can visit our FB page at hobbytv.ph or just click the link below description. And of course, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to get updated on our next video like this one. Please be safe everyone. To God be the glory. Bye bye.